Yo, today we're going to talk about the Kuva Zarr here, one of the best AoE weapons in the game, one of my favorite AoE weapons in the game. I have quite the history with this gun. If we go check my equipment stats, go into primaries here. Yeah, there it is. Cracks up there. There's the normal Zarr. There's even the Tonkor even. Believe it or not, there was a time when the Tonkor was like the meta AoE weapon. And then the normal Czar came out, and everyone switched to the Czar. And now here we are with the Kuva Zarr. It's quite the history of itself, especially with like the AoE ammo nerfs, and then people started using vigilante supplies, and then or Proteus dispensary. But like even then, the court of public opinion of this thing kind of fell off. And then Karnins came out, so like the Kuva weapons are just considered like the middle ground guns now. But I still think it's really good. I still think it definitely holds its own. It's one of my favorite guns. Yeah. Shouldn't look too crazy here in the simulacrum, to be honest. I have the primary merciless stacking arcanes. It's a gun that really feeds off of like killing trash units and then like chipping down the heavy units with its explosions. But I mean, it'll still put up decent work fine here. Yeah, if you see all the grunts died first, and now we have all the big guys on the outside they go. But obviously, you know, it does chunk these guys down once all the mods are stacked, and you'll do just fine. And if you are going to use this weapon, you definitely want prime sure-footed, or some way to generate overguard, or some way to give yourself status immunity so you're not knocking yourself on the ground constantly. So that's the Kuva Zarr, and it's my Kuva Zarr. And we'll go look at my build here. Upgrade. So, weird thing I'll talk about later is I have an empty slot, and this is like your flex slot. A lot of the AoE weapons, all my AoE weapons actually, I always have a slot for like any kind of mod. This is for, this is for you to figure out what toppings you want on your sundae here. I have a ribbon that I like to use, but I won't use it for the sake of this video because not everyone has the same ribbon I have. I have crit chance and critical damage and minus recoil, so that's cool. Yeah, not the craziest ribbon in the world, honestly. I rolled it 24 times there, and it's just like, all right, I'll go with that. Primed Firestorm could go here if you want more AoE. If you have the primed Bane mods, the primed Bane mods could go here. Where's it at? Where's it at? Heavy Caliber's here. Heavy Caliber is nice on the AoE weapons, especially when you have lots of multi-shot as well, because the minus accuracy spreads the shots around. So that's cool. Yeah, this is like your flex slot. You could put whatever you want here. Oh, where are the newer mods? Radiation. Radiated reload could go here. Magnetic capacity could go here. Honestly, that this is like the world's your oyster in this slot. Put whatever you're feeling, okay? All right. As everything else, multi-shot's good. Crit damage, crit chance, good. We're doing blast damage. We're doing a little bit of heat damage. I like Rifle Elementalist here. There is an argument to force a Bane mod here and then still have the flex slot open and get rid of Elementalist. I don't have any of the Prime Bane mods. In my 10 years and over 2,000 hours of playing this game, never once have I played a piece of content to be like, wow, I should be using a Bane mod here. So, and that doesn't change today. So, if you're a level cap gamer, yeah, obviously, but I don't really think you're taking the Zarr to level cap to begin with. So, whole different conversation there. But yeah, I like Elementalist. We're doing heat, we're doing blast, end of discussion. Viral was what I got going on here. Viral heat, it's just nice. Especially if you're not priming it, that is the thing. If you're not running Nourish or anything that provides viral for you, just mod for viral heat and you'll have a fun time. You could do this. You could mod for raw heat. Obviously, this is gas. If you get like a valence trait, if your valence trait is heat, and then mod for raw heat, I think this would actually be like a better version of my Zarr, but my Zarr's toxin. I don't feel like farming another one and making it heat, so is what it is. But this is my build. Pretty simple. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Vigilante supplies, this thing is a must unless you're gonna run it on Protea and use her dispensary to keep your ammo up, or you can run it on Oh, what's his face? Cyto 9. Cyto 9, little tech. People spam the ammo charges since it fills your mag from nothing. It doesn't fill it from reserves or anything like that. So, Cyto 9, Protea, or Vigilante supplies if this is going to be your main gun. Yeah. So, what am I going to run here just for the sake of the mission in my flex slot? You know what? It's not very good to stack Serration and Merciless, but whatever. This gun, honestly, I could probably run the mission with this slot empty, but for the sake of using all my slots, I'm using all my slots. Other arcanes, not really. I wouldn't really go with anything else here. I think Merciless is just the way to go, especially because the Zarr as well. It reloads one at a time, so you definitely want the reload speed from Merciless. But yeah, I think with this mod setup, you will be doing everything just about perfectly fine. There will be zero complaints with this here. Boop, boop, boop. And I'm just gonna chuck this on because why not? Oh wait, where's my max run tone? There we go. And I'll be perfectly fine. I'm gonna go hop in a survival of some sort. Probably the void. Why not? Void survival it is. See you there. All right, here we are on some void survival mock. Get the Vor to spawn. Maybe we'll get Vor to spawn. Sometimes he doesn't spawn within the first 5 minutes. Definitely kill an Acolyte. Spawns feel a little low. Oh, okay, there they all are. Yeah, you definitely need Vigilante supplies. The ammo upkeep on this thing is not kind, I will say. And make sure, like, you know, you're shooting hordes of enemies, and you'll be fine. You definitely need the ammo upkeep nowadays. Back in the day, you could just close your eyes and spam fire this thing, which I get how it was a little problematic. I think the real problem was Wukong clones and AoE weapons. I don't know if they necessarily needed the ammo pools nuked this hard, but we adapt, we survive, we move on. You know, the game didn't die with the nerfs. Oh well. I would like everyone to come to this room, please. That would be very nice, but I guess that's not going to happen. Everyone's just going to get stuck over here. You see, like I said, it really is for mobbing, and then the big guys will get chipped down, like that Eximus. He was at half HP when I decided to shoot him directly. So, like, yeah. The little guys will die, big guys will have to get chipped down when more little guys fill in, kind of thing. And I'll try to stay on top of, whatchamacallit here. Their spawns and making sure I'm getting a good kill rate here. And then, like, 2 patches ago, there was a bug with, like, generating ammo and reloading at the same time with this thing, with, like, Vigilante supplies or, like, any ammo gen. It was a very weird, like, stutter reload bug thing. It's fixed now. But I want to say, oh, man, maybe it was 6 months ago. Or maybe less than that. I don't know. It was a very odd bug. The reload would, like, stutter. You know, it got a bad stutter. I was like, huh. Yeah, but this thing, it's a beast. I think, like, the court of public opinion on this and things like the Brahma and the Tenant Envoy have died down more so to fatigue than the weapons actually being bad, because people use the crap out of these AoE weapons for so long. And I think it was probably more of a fatigue thing, and then Incarnate's coming out, than these guns actually being bad. Because, I mean, yeah, I mean, these things, this Zarr is insane still. The Tenant Envoy's still insane. The Kuva Brahma's still insane. So, yeah. I think it has to do more with fatigue than the gun and the nerfs actually being as bad as they are. They do take a lot of investment, the Kuva weapons. I mean, the Incarnate weapons, you can just, like, kind of chuck a Forma on and a Catalyst and your nuking rooms. Most Kuva weapons will need, like, 3 Forma minimum. Most of the time. I think my Envoy, Zarr, and Brahma all have like bare minimum 3, but I'm not sure. And then I have some of my Tonkor, but the Tonkor is just like, poor fella's just power creeped into oblivion. Feels really awkward to use in the current year, but it's not bad. Ooh, that was a nice little carpet bomb right there over the center. And I am a Mirage. It's actually like when all these first came out, that's when I first like really started to use Mirage because of her clones, and having clones shoot a barrage of explosives. It's very nice. Obviously, I'm not using the clones here. I don't want to like inflate the performance of this even more than it already is. But I mean, you can't get much better than this. Ooh, nice argon crystals. Oh, Acolyte, what are you? This should destroy the Acolyte. I know they're weak to corrosive, and I'm modded for viral, but the beefy crit damage should be enough. Even better if I was running my Riven, but I'm not. I just have Serration on. Maybe I should have put Primed Firestorm on over Serration. That probably would have been the move, to be honest. If I wasn't going to run my Riven, run Primed Firestorm for the extra AoE. Helps with killing these guys. Where's my Acolyte? Where's my Diet Dr. Kelp, bro? Okay, we got Vortispawn. That's cool. I wasn't expecting him to show up. Vor, where are you? Well, there's our Acolyte as well. Alright, we're gonna kill the Vor and the Vor. Captain Vor and the Acolyte, and then I'm out of hell. Okay, there's Vor. Ooh. I got fucking hit with my own slash procs there. Ouchies. There we go. Violence should be dead to my slash procs. There we go. And then Vor should go down here pretty soon. Vor down. Vor down. Yeah, we're chilling. What are we at? 530? I got a little sidetracked there. We were probably at 100 KPM before the bosses spawned in. And more Argon crystals, I ain't complaining. Yeah, Prime Firestorm probably would have helped with the KPM and nuking rooms, but I mean, this thing is, it's not bad whatsoever. I could probably go for a while with just this thing, especially if I was using my Mirage clones. And even when you use Mirage clones, you're probably not getting shot that much, so you can just use the damage buff from Eclipse. I know. There's a lot of ways to supplement every weapon and make them super OP. But I'm just here to show off the gun, and that's it. That's the Kuva Zarr 2025. That's my Kuva Zarr in 2025. And do I think it's worth using and grinding for? Absolutely, especially if you're a newer player. So get one now, nuke the world with it, and go crazy. See you later. Bye.